For this problem, I'll start by treating it as a homogeneous differential equation. We'll have y to the fourth derivative plus 2 times y double prime plus y is equal to 0. The auxiliary equation will be m to the 4 plus 2 times m squared plus 1 is equal to 0. This looks like it factors to m squared plus 1 squared is equal to 0. To test this, all we need to do is multiply it out. So it'll be m squared plus 1 times m squared plus 1. We can multiply both of these m squared together. It'll be m to the 4. We can multiply m squared by 1 and 1 by m squared. That'll give us 2m squared. And lastly, we can multiply 1 by 1. That'll give us 1. This is our auxiliary equation. So we know m squared plus 1 is the factor of our auxiliary equation. I'll worry about the square later, and I'll just look at m squared plus 1 is equal to 0. We'll get m squared is equal to negative 1. We can now take the square root of both sides. So m will be equal to plus or minus the square root of negative 1. So m will be equal to plus or minus I times the square root of 1, or 0 plus or minus 1i. So because the roots are in this form, we know the complementary solution, yc, is going to have some e to the 0x, this comes from the real part of the root, times c1 times cosine of 1x, this comes from the imaginary part of the root, plus c2 times sine of 1x, this again comes from the imaginary part of the root. So yc would be equal to e to the 0 is 1, so it'll be c1 cosine x plus c2 times sine x. Now we can worry about the square I mentioned earlier. Because m squared plus 1 is duplicated, all we have to do is have this, but multiply with additional x. So it'll be plus x times, and I'll use some different coefficients. It'll be c3 times cosine x plus c4 times sine x. So yc is going to be equal to c1 cosine x plus c2 sine x plus c3 times x cosine x plus c4 times x sine x. And that is our yc. Now we need to find yp. G of x was given as x minus 1 squared. This is x minus 1 times x minus 1. So we can multiply this out. X times x will give us x squared. X times negative 1 and negative 1 times x will give us minus 2x. And negative 1 times negative 1 will give us positive 1. So g of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. This is a quadratic, so our yp is going to be the form ax squared plus bx plus c. We can take the derivative. Yp prime will be 2ax plus b. Yp double prime will be 2a. Yp triple prime will be 0. And the fourth derivative of yp will also be 0. The original differential equation was y to the fourth derivative plus 2 times y double prime plus y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. Because yp is a solution to this differential equation, we can plug in yp double prime, and yp to the fourth derivative into this differential equation. Yp to the fourth derivative was 0. That'll be plus 2 times yp double prime was 2a. And it'll be plus y, which was ax squared, plus bx plus c. That'll be equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. This will be 4a plus ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. We can now compare coefficients. The coefficient of x squared on the left is a, and on the right it's 1. So we can set a equal to 1. We can now compare the coefficients for the x terms. On the left, we have this b, and on the right, it's negative 2. So we can set b equal to negative 2. And lastly, we can check it for the constant term. We have this positive 4a, as well as this positive c on the left, and on the right, we have this positive 1. So c will be equal to 1 minus 4a. A was 1, so c is going to be equal to 1 minus 4 times 1, which is negative 3. Now that we have all our coefficients, I'll rewrite yp. It was ax squared plus bx plus c. So yp is going to be equal to, a was 1, so it'll just be x squared. B was negative 2, so it'll be minus 2x. And c was negative 3, so it'll be minus 3. Earlier, we said yc was equal to c1 times cosine x plus c2 times sine x plus c3 times x times cosine x plus c4 times x times sine x. The general solution y is given as yc plus yp. So y will be equal to c1 times cosine x plus c2 times sine x plus c3 times x times cosine x plus c4 times x times sine x plus yp, which was x squared minus 2x minus 3. And that is our final answer. If this video helped you, consider subscribing.